Well, morning diggers, evening diggers, afternoon diggers, whatever time it is in your land or world, country maybe. Anyway, thank you for all watching and subscribing and whatever you've done. It's just been brilliant. I'm just amazed with how much sort of feedback we get and how many comments we get and all the subscribers. Brilliant. I didn't think the last video would do that well, but I was rambling a lot on it. But anyway, we're on to a new one now. And this field, I don't know if you want to take a quick look around this field. We're sort of getting squeezed at the minute by sort of crops. They're coming up sort of, you know, here, there and everywhere, all over the place. So we've got either pasture or plough. And we're finding like these little bits, it's just the last of the ploughing, the last of the seeding. So it's going to come out last. And we thought about this one. We've been over here before and we found a fishing weight. And now look how big this place is, a fishing weight, right? However, about a mile over there, I've found Celts, I've found Romans, I've found all sorts, but this place is totally dead. And I looked at the maps and I thought to myself, why is this place totally dead? I've looked at Archie, I've looked at, it looks pretty good. There's a flint scatter up there, whatever they call it, but we sussed out that it was like a forest, and it was a forest up until, or woodland, up until 1840s, 1850s, and prior to that, on the tithe maps and all the maps we've looked at, it was woodland. I don't know how far the woodland goes back. It could be 500 years, could be 2,000 years, but it was woodland. So anyway, we sussed out there was a path going across here. So that was prior to the late 1800s, and we're also finding quite a bit of flint. So anyway, we're going to have a little search round on this one. We're going to probably go off somewhere else. I'm on a 3-day sort of mission. I don't know what we'll find, but if there's anything here, as I said, the last thing I found in this field, and it's a massive field, I'd say 35, 40 acres maybe, and that's, yeah, maybe 50, was a fishing weight, and it was quite disappointing. And I haven't been back here, and I thought to myself, I drove past it earlier, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give that a go again. So anyway, wish us luck, and we'll see you at the first hole. Well, I was saying about the it being a forest. We're right on the sort of edge of it at the minute, near the road, and we've got a tiny little buckle here, which I reckon dates back quite some time. I don't know what they've been used for, that one. I don't know, on a shirt or waistcoat, or I don't know what they wore in those days, but we've got a bit of a buckle here, and we think that's sort of Georgian. But yeah, there was me going on about the forest and all that sort of stuff, and then we get a few bits like this. So whoever dropped this may have had some coins or some other relics, or he might have come across here for 20 years doing the same sort of walk and dropped God knows what. So we'll be looking out for you, matey. Bring us some luck. Right, before I get too far into this, I thought I'd mention I changed the coil over. Now, the reason why I've changed the coil over with this, I'm the 9-inch coil and the 15-inch coil, same depth. I don't care what anybody says, same depth. People say, oh, well, the 15-inch coil goes deeper. No, it doesn't. It's about the same. It's a bit harder to point. I'm 17 here, might as well dig it when I'm talking to you. Mates just said they've had a button. That's good. Did you say button? Ah, it's mineralised ground as well. Right. Bloody hell. Shut up. Yeah. There. I think it's a shotty. But anyway, yeah, the reason why I got the 15-inch coil on is I don't really want to miss too much out. I mean, the 9-inch is a fantastic coil. It's the best coil that the Manticore does. Well, to fit the Manticore. But when you've got, I'm only coming over here today, as I said, and when you've got all this, it is massive. And you really, you know, I'm going across, here is where I think that path was, through the trees, or the woodland, or whatever it was, and it goes off at an angle. And I'm going to sort of give it, I don't sort of really talk like this, but I'm going to give it sort of a 10 metre tolerance either way. So because I think with it being ploughed up and down, it's going to drag stuff off the path, if there is anything off the path. And you've also got to remember that if there was a path and people were staying in the woods, they wouldn't go deep into the woods. They might go 10, 20 metres into the woods. So across here, what I'm looking at here is roughly where the path went, and I'm hoping to find some. And I'm also looking at patches of the darker soil. You can see it just there. There's a patch of darker soil. It might be just my eyes. There's a little bit over there. There's a couple of ledges that go over the top. So I don't know. It's just lots of ifs and buts and whats. But we'll give it a go and we'll keep going. But that's my method beyond my madness with the 15-inch coil on, is just to get some more ground covered rather than the 9-inch. I mean, I've said before, with the 9-inch I just come back, and if I miss stuff I'll pick it up again. Brilliant coil, separates everything, fantastic. But this one is a lot heavier, but he'll bang it out because he's covering more ground. God, do you know what? My heart stopped then. Well, it stepped a beat. Is that what they say? Or skipped a beat? Yeah, that's it. I thought this was Saxon. Look at it. All those circles on it. But over here, I haven't sort of took it all apart yet, but it looks no, it's a bit of a horsey type stuff. What do you reckon? I haven't dug anything like that before. Weird. Well, here you are. Look, we're still sort of in the 1800s, I think. Got some cufflinks there, and I think there's an S or something on them. I'll try and clean them up, but they're, they seem like they're nearly gone actually, but sort of rotted out up here. But yeah, cufflinks. So we might be on this path I was talking about. We might not. There's plenty of flint about, I know that. So just back onto this one. Looking at that now, I've just sort of taken that mud out of there, and it looks like belt decoration. But how old? I guess 1700s. So that's got to be on the line that we said that we were going to take on that path that we thought went through the woods. Who knows? Nice though. So we managed to get into these woods and off the track now. And my idea about going across, what the hell does that say? It's a lead farm token anyway. We're just looking at it now, and it looks like it's a lovely one actually. That's got to be, I reckon, 1500s. So, considering the last time we come here we found a fishing weight and that was it, that's bloody good going, I think. I'll get a picture of that. That's really interesting. A farm token. Lovely. Well, I did say if we had any pennies up and you can make head or tail of them. This bloody thing ain't focusing again properly. What's wrong with it? Well, you can see, I can see that better with my eyes than I can through here. What's going on? Yeah, George V. That. And I did say if we had any that was decent, I'd film it. And this one's 1912. So I think that's about the year the Titanic sank. Something like that. Yeah. Right. So we finished with that field with the track going along. We're going to go there again. It got too hot yesterday. It's really hot. But anyway, I want to zip back down to Devon. I want to show you what popped up last week. It's only a couple of clips, so just hang on there. Look at this. Wow, brilliant. That's my new detecting tops. I might be giving some away, I might not. But if you're watching, Peter from Germany, give me a shout. I've got a hat for you. Cheers. Let's go to Devon. I've not cleaned it up yet. I'm going to clean it up. That's crazy. In my garden, there's my bloody house over there. Look at that. Mad. Well, these are the shotties I don't mind seeing. It's the side firing pin ones, and I think they're sort of mid 1800s. I think. I'm not 100% on that, but yeah, I'm pleased to see this shotty. It says something on it, but I can't quite get it. Yeah, LE something rather. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Side firing pin. Don't know what it says. Ain't got a clue. There you go. That's it. And on to the next. This ain't a bad little find. 1946 sixpence, which ain't bad. Don't think there's any silver in it, but that would have been George VI, I think. Is it? I think it is. Anyway, on to the next. There's an interesting little find. This, these things, I thought they were false teeth when I first, well, some sort of false teeth, but they're not. They're, I think, they're when they done pistol shots and cast them and they twisted them off, or musket balls. I think that's what they're for. There must be a name for them, but I don't know what it is. Well, I'm out with Paul again today. I was totally wrong about that lead thing that I could show you it, but anyway, Paul was saying about that lead thing. He reckons it's something to do with making glass, so I don't know. Back on the 15-inch coil, and we've had it's like a spectacle buckle, but it's sort of flat this end, and we reckon sort of, let's give you a nice close-up of it. That's good when it does that. I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, there you go. So we reckon that's 1500. It's like a spectacle buckle, but it's not. But yeah, lovely. On to the next. Well, I'm with me mate Paul again this Friday the 13th, and all good things come to those who wait. I cut 10 pence. Have you ever seen anything like it? Hang on, let's zoom in. There you go. I cut 10 pence. Cut clean in half. There must have been some power to go through that. Christ. Well, I'm having a bit of a relic day, but I don't know what this is. It looks like a hook of some sort. Don't know. Sharp. Really sharp. Sharp as a pin on there. Don't know. What do you reckon? Some sort of belt fixing or something like that, but it looks like that went into your skin. That wouldn't do you any good. Don't know. You tell me. Well, I was going to do a live dig on this one, but been going now for about 2 hours and there's been nothing, and we've been saying like this feels probably the hardest one we got. But hang on, let's have a little look what's in here, because I think it could be a hammered in here somewhere. Yeah, just clean it up. It's definitely a hammered. Oh dear, I'd shout out hammered, but I haven't got the bloody energy. Hang on a sec. Okay then, so here we go. We're going to go mega zoom in now with my new toy. Hang on. Oh, look at that. You can all see it. We reckon that is Charles the First. Look at that. What a zoom in that is. Aren't you lucky? Or is that me being sad having it upside down, or? God, that's something else, that phone, isn't it? God bloody hell. Look at that. I'm absolutely amazed with that. Anyway, should we do a hammered? As I said, I haven't got the energy. No. Moving on. Oop, hang on. I'm trying to stay steady. Hang on. All right, you can have a good look. Well, there's another sort of relic of some sort. I have no idea what that is. But the stuff we get, or are getting, it's just crazy. Just bits of this, bits of that. We had that hammer just now, but yeah, whatever that is, no idea. Could be anything. Might find the other bit to it in a minute. I'll have a look. Oh, do you know, I'll tell you what, I've had to take that coil off, and I thought to myself, I've had enough of that thing. It's a brilliant coil, and as I said, it just spreads itself out and you can dig stuff all, you know, and all that sort of stuff. But I put this one back on and I said, come on, Mr. 9-inch, show us what you're all about. Look at that. We don't know what this is at the minute. We got to clean it up. I'll get that cleaned up, but it's a nice one. Oh dear, 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 dear. What can it be? We'll have a look in a minute. Hang on, let's clean it up. Oh. Well, we're thinking a Lizzie 3 pence, this one. Don't know. What do you reckon? 3 pence? Let's get her up right. There she is. Yeah, we're thinking Lizzie 3 pence. I don't know, but that's nice, that is. That portrait's really nice. And over the back, That is really nice too. It's hardly been clipped or anything. It's a lovely coin. Hammered!
Tomorrow we are off out digging, me and you. I just wish it was our living. We come so far with finds afar, with land that just keeps giving. Let's go digging, let's go digging, let's go digging as we plan, as we will find treasure that's been lost on this vast barren land. Gold and silver will be fine, but just a ring pull will be mine.
Weird actually this. There you go. There's Lizzie again, look. And there she is. That's a pound coin. So 400 years ago, this was about. And then just weird that they just so happen to be together here. What's going on there then? Odd. Well, I just dug this hole here and something flipped out here. And I was blimmin' spading it and messing about, and I reckon, I'll try and zoom in here. Where's it gone? Here. It's very difficult to try and hold it, but I reckon we got cut off. Look at that. And I'll try and clean it up, but that's bloody lovely. Oh, pleased with that. I'm not going to do the old hammered saga, but yeah, it is a hammered. But I'll clean it up and we'll see if we can get some idea on it. Well, here we go. We reckon that's a Richard, John, or a Henry. Something like that, but we can't really tell. There ain't enough of it, I don't think. I might be able to get an idea on it. I'll try, and I'll see if I can put it by this. Have a little zoom in for you. So, see if you can see. And I'm trying to hold my hand steady. And I'll bring it out in the sun. So, that's that bit of it. And I'll just switch it over. That's as best as I can get it, but yeah, don't know. Anyway, I'll get some pictures. Well, I've just picked up this pewter button. Now, on these things, I've always thought, I mean, they're coming at sort of 1600, so the people who dropped the hammered may have had pewter buttons. Not the tombacks, the pewter ones, so always check your lead. There you go. What button that is, and it's bloody windy. Well, on this one, we play a little game here. It coming on a 6, right? Now, it come out of there, and it's gone over here. Now, you pretend you're me, and I'll zoom in. Right. You see if you can see what I can see. Look. Now you're me now, pretending you're me. Right? What can you see in there? Because I think I even can't see it myself. But I can, I've just sussed out where it is. I'm trying to point to it now. There you go. There. Where am I? There. There. Look at that. Now, I haven't had a good look at it yet. But look at the size of my nail and look at the size of this thing. Ah, stay still. Right. Look at that. Look how tiny that is. Look at my nail, look. Massive. Looks awful like it could do with a manicure. Or a pedicure. That's feet, isn't it? Oh yeah, well that's my definitely my fingers. Anyway, I'll clean this up. But do you know what I'm saying, guys? So here it is. There you go. Look how tiny that is. And this machine, it don't miss a lot. And if you're digging this, you ain't going to miss anything. No, I don't know what it is, but I expect I'll get an ID from someone. But I think that's the 5th hammered on this clip. Mad. Anyway, hammered. On to the next. Well, I gotta be honest, I found this one yesterday. Right, it's a sixpence, 1936. Have a closer look. Ah, there she is, or he is. I dug this one yesterday and I was messing about with the bloody recording and ballsed it all up, but it's a sixpence. Isn't that nice, all those little acorns around there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wonder how that resembles the sixpence. Might do. Let me turn it over a minute. And there he is. George V. Beautiful. And I was talking about his moustache yesterday, and you can see it. Did he have a moustache? Looks like it. Anyway, do you know, if I ever get a splinter, I'm going to use this phone. Look at it. It's bloody mad. On to the next. What can you say? I'll dig this off of here a minute. That's or pull it off of here. I'll turn it over on here. Never cut half, I think. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that's a beauty. Might be able to get some off this one. Oh no, don't drop it. I'll find it, pick it up and film it. Well, this one's a voided long cross. I think it's Henry III. We can have a good look at this one again. There you go. It's good, that thing. See? Just about see his hair. And then we'll turn it over without dropping the bloody thing again. There you go. Beautiful. Voided long cross. Henry III. Marvellous. Hammered number 6.
The fields were there and we're looking for treasure from yesterday's people who are now gone forever. The searching, the digging, and the finds away from yesterday's people not knowing their fate. The kings and queens are waiting to be seen from years gone past as we slowly dream. The buckles, the buttons, those folk now long gone, forgotten forever as I write this song.
Well, one thing I didn't film was this one. You can't see much of it, but you know what it is. If you detect, you know what it is. It's a cartwheel. 1797, George III. And they were only made for a couple of years because the weight in the coin superseded the amount of money it was worth. That's something for me to say that, but it's true. Look it up. A cartwheel penny. Do you know, we've had quite a few of these, and here's another one, musket ball. Blimmin' loads of them. But I always think, you know, you've got to be sort of, you've got to appreciate the sort of history of these things. They were used in civil wars around about 1680. So, yeah, there you go, a musket ball. I'll put one on every clip. Lovely. So here you go, there's 1 days of lead and rubbish. So if I just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So look at that line there. If I'd done the same with this, we'll be on about 100 digs. Easy. And that's just the crap. It's unbelievable. But yeah, and you only see the good stuff. But if I was doing live digs, I mean, this come up on a beautiful signal. I remember this one coming up on 74, which is a coin all day long, but it was lead. So, you know, shotties, 32. Whatever this thing is, don't know, bit of an electrical connector. Moo tubes, 34. These things, they ring up high because they're tin. Just goes on and on. That bit of aluminium, probably come up on a 90, exactly the same as a penny. So yeah, got to be really selective on what I film, otherwise you'll be switching off. You might have switched off already and don't know anything about this, but that's about the size of it. Well, that's the end of that one. God, what a carry on that was. Do you see all those hammers? Like 6 or 7 or 6 or whatever it was, and a bit of silver. But apologies I didn't do any live digs. If I show, well, I will. I'll take a picture of the lead and I'll show you. But we've had to go through tons of lead. Not tons, probably a pound or 2 but we've had to go through loads of lead, loads of buttons to get to any of the good stuff. And we haven't had a lot of relics in this clip. It's all been sort of hammered and cut halves and cut quarters and things like that. And they're really difficult when they come up on a 6 and you're messing about trying to look for it. And you know, even earlier the wind blew and the bloody thing come out my hand and I had to go and get the detector and go and find it again. But anyway, that's enough of that. Thanks for watching. The next clip you'll watch is going to be with the East of England digging group, which is up in Attleborough. So I don't know what that's going to be like, but there might be some good stuff. It might be a load of crap, might be all tinfoil, who knows. And sorry about this coat. It saved my life a few times. It's been pissing down and then it's been sunny as hell. It just makes me look like a tramp, but hey, who cares? Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you all again.